Hi, I'm Shriyasha. I completed mechanical engineering from Vemana Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I'm going to give a presentation on geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. In this presentation, I'm going to give introduction how geometric dimension came to existence, what is meant by GD&T, what is the use of GD&T, then what is meant by datum reference frame, future control frame, then what are the different types of material condition, and what are the different types of tolerance types. Let's start with the introduction. Geometric dimensioning and tolerance was introduced by Stanley Parker from Scotland in the late 1930s. Before World War II, it was not at all used because until then vast majority of products were made in house, so that designer could discuss with the manufacturing personnel directly so as to establish the center lines which are used to determine the features such as holes or keyways. But during World War II, because of the schedules of quantities, companies had to farm out the parts to other manufacturers. These manufacturers interpreted the center lines wrongly. Because of this wrong location of the center lines, assembly was not correct or my parts did not function properly. So they faced a problem, and GD&T was the solution for this problem. So during World War II, this GD&T concept was came to existence, or it is started utilizing the concept of GD&T. Then what is GD&T? What is the actual definition of GD&T? It is the compilation of symbols and rules that efficiently describe and control tolerancing and dimensioning for simple drawings like for casting drawings, forging drawings or machining components. It's documented in ASME Y14.5, which has symbols, rules and symbol drawings, and ASME 14.8 also has guidelines for casting and forging drawings. ASME is American Society for Mechanical Engineers. Then why should GD&T be used? It is simple and efficient. It's a simple and efficient method of describing the tolerancing tolerance by the designer of the product. It eliminates the ambiguities, that it eliminates the confusions, like how to establish the datum planes or datum reference frame. You can see that this is a old drawing without GD&T and this is a new drawing with GD&T. In this drawing, we don't here datum reference, mainly datum reference planes are not there, but in new drawing with GD&T datum reference plane, and here it removes all the confusion for the manufacturer or the designer. You can see here that here tolerance limit is given as 0.01 and here also 0.01, but here is given that its surface is perpendicular to datum reference A, so that it can be easily manufactured. And here also a feature control frame is given, which establishes how to give what is the tolerancing dimension for holes. I am going to explain feature control frame in the next part. It simplifies inspection. It means it simplifies the inspection by using, you can use hard gauges or simple fixtures, so that it can be, you can measure the tolerancing easily, and it reduces manufacturing and inspection cost. Once if the diagram is converted perfectly into a part, then costing or manufacturing cost decreases. Then it enforces the designer to include manufacturing, inspection and tolerancing dimensions. Then it mainly reduces the cost and it simplifies the inspection. Coming to DRF, DRF is nothing but datum reference frame. It's an important concept in GD&T. Here three-plane concept is required to convert a manufacturing or drawing into a part. So here three mutually perpendicular planes are considered. Three mutually perpendicular planes which is at 90 degree and perfect planes are considered, and it's nothing but a Cartesian coordinate in mathematics. It is called as datum reference frame in GD&T. It is established by so-called datum simulators, which are nothing but manufacturing, processing, inspection equipment such as collet, three-jar check, gauge pin, etc. Then the datum reference frame stabilizes the values and gives accurate values, so that if the manufacturer reads a drawing and customer reads a drawing, both of them get the same answer. Then relationship between datum planes and features. Relationship between datum planes and features are, it's classified, datum planes are classified into three types, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. In primary datum feature, it has minimum 3-point contacts, and it is a feature in which all the first feature is contacted. In secondary feature, second feature is contacted, which is nothing but here in secondary datum plane 2 points have minimum contact. You can see from this diagram that here only here 3 points are in contact, here 2 points in contact. In tertiary datum plane, minimum 1 point is at contact, that is here only 1 point is at contact. Considering these datum planes simultaneously, we can obtain the datum reference plane. Then feature control frame. Feature control frame is it is the important concept in GD&T. Here we can decide the tolerance and what are the datum reference used for a particular feature. It consists of 5 compartments. That is, first one gives the geometric characteristic symbol. Then second compartment again consists of 3 sub compartments. That is, one gives the diameter symbol, and another gives the tolerance limit or tolerance. Then another gives the material condition, and another 3 compartment consists of 3 datum planes, that is primary, secondary and tertiary, that is A, B, C. This feature we can see from this diagram that here square boxes represent the actual dimension. It consists of 3 holes having limit size 5 plus or minus 0.12 or 3 holes. This is the feature control frame. Here we consider the position tolerance having diameter of tolerance 0.24. And here maximum material condition is considered with 3 different datum frames, that is A, B and C. In this surface AB is perpendicular to A and also AB is perpendicular to B. This can be shown using this diagram that considering the surface that is perpendicular to A within, it should be perpendicular to A within a tolerance limit of 0.02, and it should be perpendicular to B. And here also we can see that surface C itself is perpendicular to AB within a, it should be perpendicular to within a tolerance limit of 0.02. Then material condition. The datum features includes the datum features which are size tolerance, have size condition or material condition, which can be varied from MMC to LMC. That means that maximum material condition to least material condition. It is represented in feature control frame. What is mean? Then it's classified into three types. That is MMC, maximum material condition, LMC, least material condition, and RFS, that is regardless of feature size. MMC is defined as the condition where a feature of size contains the maximum amount of material within the stated limit of size. The best example for this is minimum hole size and maximum shaft size. Then Taylor's principle is governed by this MMC. It states that when size is at MMC, then the feature should be perfectly straight. Coming to least material condition. It is a condition where a feature of size contains least amount of material within the stated limit of size. For this example is maximum hole size and minimum shaft size. RFS means regardless of feature size, where feature is not represented. When in a datum reference plane, when this material condition is not represented, then we can take it as RFS, that is no reference size regardless of feature size. Here reference size or material condition is not mentioned. Actual definition of this is a default condition for all geometric tolerance, and here some bonus tolerance are also allowed. Bonus tolerance is nothing but when MMC is modifying a particular tolerance, then the stated tolerance apply only when the feature being controlled is at MMC. Then the MMC is represented using the symbol M, and LMC is represented by using the symbol L. and RFS is represented by RFS, that is it's not having any symbol because it's not, if any no symbol is present then it is considered a RFS. Then P represented projected tolerance zone. When this projected tolerance zone symbol is shown, then it means that stated tolerance zone is extended beyond the surface of the pot, not within the pot, that is extended beyond the envelope. Then statical tolerance. Statical tolerance is nothing but say tolerance for a part of an assembly based on the result from a statical calculations. The desired result is larger the tolerance. Then free state is represented by F. Free state is nothing but it is a symbol which indicates part must not be restricted during inspection. That is, part must not be restricted to a particular tolerance or particular orientation during the inspection. We can inspect a part along 360-degree rotation, or we can inspect all the surfaces of a part. Coming to different types of tolerance. Different types of tolerance of form tolerance, which is again classified into straightness, flatness, circularity, cylindricity, and again locational tolerance, which is classified into three types: positional, concentricity, symmetry, orientation, that is classified into perpendicularity, parallelism, angularity, and profile tolerance, which is classified into profile of a surface, profile of a line. Then runout tolerance is classified into circular runout and total runout. I will see one by one. First, form tolerance. Form tolerance is applied for the individual features. Here, datum reference frame is not considered, and is classified into straightness, flatness, circularity, and cylindricity. Straightness is nothing but it's a condition where all the elements lie in a particular straight line, and this is the example for straightness. Here you can see from the drawing that this is the basic drawing. For straightness, we can see here that alliance is given within particular zone. That zone is it comes under AHG tolerance zone. That is nothing but parallel lines, parallel planes, and cylindrical zone. Here maximum material condition is considered, and if maximum material is considered, then function of gauge is used. A gauge is nothing but it's a device that measures the collective effects of size and geometric tolerance at the same time. It represents a simulated mating condition. Here we can see that two parallel lines are at 0 point at a particular apart. So any element should lie between these two tolerance zones. That is, between these two tolerance, it's allowed. They can lie within these two tolerance zones. Here we can see that within a 0.05 tolerance zone. Then flatness. Flatness controls the flatness of a surface from highest point to lowest point. In flatness, it comes under the D type of tolerance zone, that is nothing but parallel planes. The tolerance zone for this is a parallel planes with any type of orientation. It is represented by the symbol rectangular like symbol, but straightness it is represented as a one straight line. This is the example for flatness. This is a basic drawing having a flatness of tolerance of 0.05, which means that it has a two parallel lines which have a dimension of 0.05, and all the elements on lines should lie between these two tolerances. That means it should lie between the size of this tolerance. Next, third one is circularity. Circularity is applied for circular elements. In this, all the circular elements should lie between two concentric circles. Like this is a basic drawing. Here, all the circular elements should lie between a tolerance zone of 0.02 wide. That is one concentric circle. So here all the elements should lie between these two tolerances limits. And tolerance zone for this is B. which is nothing but parallel lines. And here in all the cases of form tolerance, datum reference plane does not apply. Datum is not used, and here we cannot use function gauges. Coming to cylindricity, cylindricity is similarly circularity, but here the entire surface of the cylinder is considered. It's a composite tolerances which includes circularity, flatness, straightness, and also taper tolerance. Here also example for this is the tolerance zone for this is 0.01. Here also all the entire surface of the cylinder must lie between the tolerance zone of 0.01. And the tolerance zone is for this is E, which is nothing but parallel planes. Then here we cannot apply datum, and function gauge cannot be used, that we cannot measure the function, we cannot use the device function gauges, and MMC or LMC or RFS does not apply for these form tolerances. Only is applied for straightness, only if M or maximum material condition is, then MMC then we can measure we can use the gauge tolerance. Coming to the orientation, next type of tolerance is orientation tolerance. It's classified into three types, that is perpendicularity, parallelism, angularity. It is the condition of a surface where surface of an axis or a line is at 90 degree to the datum plane. Then it's called as perpendicularity tolerance. Here it is represented using the perpendicularity. Here you can see from this example. This is the example for perpendicularity. Here A is this surface is at a 90 degree to this datum plane A, and it has a diameter of A is 1.01 and whole diameter is 0.5 and tolerance zone is 0.05. For 1.01 the whole diameter is 0.52 and tolerance is 0.25. For 1 it's 0.5 whole diameter and tolerance zone is 0.15, and for diameter of datum of 1 then whole diameter is 0.52 and it has a tolerance zone of 0.35. This is mentioned at MMC, that is maximum material condition. Then in perpendicularity, either we can mention maximum material condition or lead material condition. Here datum is used as a reference. Then here gauges can be used. Perpendicularity comes under almost all types of tolerance zone like A, D, G, H, J, that is different types of parallel lines and parallel planes. Then parallelism, it is the condition of a surface of axis or a line which is at 180 degree to the datum. It is represented using two lines which are parallel. Here it also comes under all types of zones. Here also we can apply either it can be seen at maximum material conditions or least material conditions. Then the example for parallelism is shown in the diagram. Here we can see that this surface is parallel with a tolerance zone of 0.1, which means that 0.1 white zone parallel to datum plane A. With respect to datum plane A, which is parallel means it is at 180 degree to datum plane A, and it has a tolerance zone of 0.01. Coming to angularity, if the condition of the surface is such that it is not perpendicular or not parallel to the datum plane, then it's called as angularity. That is, it is angle is not either 80 or 180, 90 or 180. This is the example for angularities. Here you can see that this plane is not perpendicular or parallel to datum plane A, but it is present at some angle, and it is having a tolerance zone of 0.05 for the whole diameter of 1, and this is the whole, and 0.015 tolerance zone for whole diameter of 1.01. That was about orientational tolerance. Coming to profile tolerance. Profile tolerance, it gives the relation between two datum planes of having different diameters. Here only it is classified into two types, that is profile of a line and profile of a surface. It can be defined as a condition in which variation may be permitted either unilaterally or bilaterally of particular amount of profile variation along on a surface. If it is along on a surface, then it is called profile of a surface. If it is along on a line of element, then it is called profile of a line. It is profile of a line is represented using the symbol. Then for a profile of a surface is represented using semicircle. Here we can see from this diagram that here we given profile of a line, that is a small amount of uniform profile variation is given within a tolerance limit of 0.04, which means that when drawing is done, all the elements or lines should lie within this tolerance zone of 0.04. Here MLCs or material condition does not apply for profile tolerance. This tolerance controls all other tolerance like location, orientation and form types of tolerances which has no size. Then datum may be used or may not be used. For profile of a line comes under the tolerance zone C, which is nothing parallel lines which is having particular orientation, and the profile of a surface comes under the tolerance zone DEF, that is parallel planes having particular orientation, and the parallel planes having it's not having particular orientation, and finally and parallel lines. Then coming to locational tolerance, it's classified into three types, that is positional, concentricity and symmetry. This positional tolerance is the probably most used tolerance than any other type of tolerance. It is most used because it is used to measure the feature size from datum planes. It is represented using the symbol position. This is the position tolerance. This diagram shows position tolerance. This position tolerance of 0.024 tolerance zone. This position tolerance zone is a zone that defines the within it the circular lines or plane can be varied from a limit of 0.24, or it can be varied from true or theoretically exact positions. Here this diagram in feature control form we represented position tolerance. Then coming to concentricity, concentricity is nothing but it's applied to a concentric circles, or it's mainly applied to circles. If you consider two or more circles having common center, then it's called as concentricity, and it's represented using concentric circles, two concentric circles. Here in case of concentricity, only J type of tolerance zone is considered, which is nothing but cylindrical zone, because as concentricity is applied only to the cylinders, so J type of cylindrical zone is considered. Then for position tolerance, here J, H and J are considered, which is nothing but we can use for cylindrical zone, or it can be used for parallel planes. Then symmetry is similar to concentricity, but here we can use any type of variation, any type of elements. It's not only circles, it can be used for variational surfaces like rectangles, everything. It is represented using symbol one straight line in the middle with two parallel lines. From this diagram can explain symmetry. Here it's perpendicular to the datum plane A. This surface is perpendicular to datum plane A, and it is having a tolerance is given at this point, that is at the center. and the tolerance given for, and this is having the size of this overall size is consider it as 0.4, and the tolerance zone here is represented using the feature control frame. That is first symmetry, that is as it says symmetry tolerance, and then tolerance. Here no material condition is applied. Then datum. Here it is as the surface is perpendicular to A is mentioned. Here they always RFS always, because no datum is considered in concentricity and symmetry. But in position we can consider either maximum material condition or least material condition. Coming to zone, tolerance zone for this symmetry is G and H, which is nothing but parallel lines and parallel planes. These position tolerance are very much important. Almost all the drawings these position tolerance are used because it is used to measure the distances of feature size from datum planes. Then finally last is runout tolerance. This runout tolerance is classified into two types, that is circular runout and total runout. In circular runout only circular elements are considered, whereas in total runout all types of elements are considered. Circular runout can be represented using the symbol and arrow mark, which is at 45 degree. Then for total runout is represented using two arrow marks. In case of circular runout, consider an example of a two cylinders having same center. Here a circular runout tolerance is given of 0.4, and it is perpendicular to, and datum reference frame A is used, or datum plane A is used for this. This for circular, for runout no datums, actually it's perpendicular to datum A, but always RFS is considered for this. And that means that material condition is not used for this runout tolerances, and gauges are not used for this. And if gauges are used, then here inspections are done along the 360 degree rotation. Circular runout comes under the tolerance zone of B, that means parallel lines, a circle having parallel lines. And then for total runout tolerance zone is E, which is nothing but parallel planes. So that was about runout. So that was about the different types of tolerance. Out of these type of tolerance, form tolerance and orientation and location tolerance are very important. These runout tolerance and profile tolerance are very rarely used, but position tolerance is an important tolerance which is used in all types of drawing. When you consider a particular drawing, in a drawing all these things are included, that what is the exact dimension, how many number of holes are present, and what is the tolerance zone for those holes, and feature control frame is represented for that. That was about GD&T. Thank you.